Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be explaining and recapping what happened in the 2016 United States election. So let's get right into it. So we had Donald J. Trump coming from the Republican Party, Hillary Clinton from the Democratic Party, Gary Johnson from the Libertarian Party, and Joe Stein from the Green Party. So Donald Trump received 290 electoral votes, and Clinton received 228. The way the structure is the person who gets to 270 electoral votes wins the presidency. So although Trump got 290 and Clinton got 228, Clinton received 60,274,974 votes, while Trump received 59,937,338 votes. So, even though Trump won the presidency, Clinton won the popular vote, which means more people voted for Clinton than Trump did. So that may be interesting to some people and may spark some want of abolishing the whole electoral system. But that is for a whole different video. Anyways, so Hillary won the popular vote while Trump won the electoral vote. The electoral vote actually decides who is president, so therefore Donald Trump has won the presidency. Now, I would like to explain to you guys kind of what transpired, what states were important, and why Hillary lost and why Trump won in terms of the election statistics. Okay, so the first important state of the election is Florida, and I think everyone can agree that Florida is the most important swing state in the election because it's always such a toss-up, and it's 29 electoral votes. It really does affect a lot, and it's hard for Republicans to win without Florida and Ohio, and it doesn't happen too often. Ohio's another subject, but Florida, Hillary Clinton lost Florida, and this is one of those swing states that she lost. She lost so many swing states, it was ridiculous. So once she lost Florida, it was at a down point. She lost it by 1%. However, that is a good amount of votes. That's about 120,000 votes, which is a sound loss. She took a sound loss. So 29 electoral votes to Trump, just like that. Florida is one of the most important swing states by far. Florida has voted Democratic 2008, 2012. Obama won both those. It voted Republican 2000, 2004. Bush won both of those. So this is obviously a huge state for whoever wants to win. Now, the next important state is Ohio, which has 18 electoral votes. Ohio, no Republican has won without winning Ohio. Now, the polls, I believe, were quite close, but they didn't end up being close in the actual election. It was a blowout for Trump. He won by, 8%, and he won by over 400,000 votes. It's about 460,000 votes. That's a huge defeat. That's a landslide in Ohio. So that automatically, if a Republican candidate wins Florida and Ohio, you better hope that you have enough blue states and a few red states you can flip. But this election was totally different. It was about Trump flipping blue states instead of Hillary flipping red states, which was her goal, which she clearly failed in. Anyways, the next state, Michigan. So before I get into this, once you lose Florida and Ohio, you have to, that automatically right there is what, 47 electoral votes, right? Automatically. So you have to win all the swing states that are somewhat blue. So like Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, you have to win those. And at that point in time, I was like, okay, if she doesn't win Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, and Virginia, because she was losing it at the time, it's over. So Michigan, what happened in Michigan? Now, the polls had her winning, of course, but the election results seemed to be contrary. I believe she was losing Michigan the whole way through, and then she ends up losing by 1%. It's not even a final count, I think. But anyways, the count here on Google has her losing by about 12,000 votes, which is still a decent amount, although that is considered quite a razor-thin margin. But the point is she lost, and obviously it's the electoral votes goes to the winner, so that's 16 votes automatically. So Florida, Ohio, Michigan all go to Trump, and now you're starting to worry, how am I going to get to that 270 before he does? So now you have North Carolina as the other important state. Now, North Carolina is a surprising state because not only did she get blown out, but the polls had her consistently winning in North Carolina. Now, this just shows the rural voters that came out. Now, North Carolina has 15 electoral votes, which is very significant. Trump wins by 4%, which is about, I don't know, 150,000 votes that she lost by. So automatically you're down Florida, Ohio, Michigan, North Carolina. You can throw those all in the swing state category, and you are in big trouble. And just to add the flame to the fire, you'll see what's going to happen. So Pennsylvania and Wisconsin are really the two ones left that she really has to be optimistic about or think that's going to vote them. Pennsylvania was the one while I was watching live while I was watching the results live, I thought that Pennsylvania was going to be the one that she won out of Michigan, Wisconsin, Virginia. I didn't even think she was going to win Virginia, but she lost Pennsylvania. I think the percentage went down once the percentage reporting hit about 80% or 90%, somewhere in that area. So I feel like it's the most embarrassing moment of the election night. But anyways, the point is she lost Pennsylvania. That's 20 electoral votes. Say goodbye to the election there. But just to explain a little more, Virginia is also a very important one. It's 13 electoral votes. It's not important because it's supposed to be a swing state. It's important because it's turning into one. It looked like it was turning into one. And the theme of this election was Trump turning blue states and somehow magically finding ways to not only pull out wins in big swing states, but also turning states like Wisconsin, that hasn't voted Republican since 1984, and Michigan to vote for a Republican. So she won Virginia, but for a good amount of time in the percent reporting, she was losing. So although she won soundly, which is about, I don't know, 160,000 votes, that's a ton, right? She did win it soundly. However, the fact of the matter is she was losing for quite a while, and Virginia was like supposed to be the firewall, and it was like kind of a panic mode. And at that point, you already know you've lost, right? After Pennsylvania is over, you're done. So now Wisconsin is another one. I believe Wisconsin had a solid poll margin for Hillary Clinton. The crazy thing about Wisconsin is the fact that she did not go there once on the campaign trail. Not even once, and she expected to win it. Now, she lost this by a razor-thin margin as well. So for Wisconsin, she lost by about 20,000 votes-ish, 20 to 30,000 votes. She lost by 1%, which is also a small margin. But it goes to show you how weak of a candidate she was, how unfavorable she was, how weak she was, how not enthusiastic she was, and how unable she was to get people to go to the polls to vote for her. But anyways, so Donald Trump ends up being our president, and it's controversial. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on what happened. And also, I'd like to ask you guys, what do you guys think about the electoral votes and how it works? Do you guys think that the structure should be this way? Because this is one of the few times in history where a candidate wins the electoral college but does not win the popular vote. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys later. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.